Hey guys, I'm Sebastian. I wanna talk to you. This is gonna be my first video. Do I look good? I wanna make my first video, and I wanna bring back a topic that was recently brought up by Thorin. And the topic is what the inconvenient. It's called the inconvenient truth about the NA solo queue. And basically, he states that NA solo queue is inferior to all the other regions. And I want to make a quick point. I want to make a quick few points. And the first one is that if you go to the esportspedia website, they have all the current rosters and the rosters that are going to be for next season. And if you look into the NALCS teams, there's only going to be two. I'm not too sure, or it's just going to be two or three. There's a guy called Contracts, which I can't find much info about him, and I don't know if the team's called Ember. I don't know if they're an LCS team, to be honest. Uh, if you look into the Korean scene for next season, I mean they have a mad amounts of new rookies coming into the scene. I mean it's just like it's at least eight, and not even like all the teams are not even like have to be finalized yet. So if you like clearly across the boards, Korea has always been known for bringing up solo queue talent, and NA is not. And so it's easily seen that one of the reasons can be that Korean solo queue is just better and than NA solo queue. And NA just imports Korean and Europeans and just has like the same all guys from season one from NA in their lineups. It's hard to say whether the chicken or the egg came first, whether whether the solo queue is bad because the scene is bad, or because the scene is bad because the solo queue is bad. That's something we're gonna look into it in just a few seconds. Um, Paul Belter. My second point is that Paul Belter responded that in his AMA that he thinks that in NA people. One of the few reasons that people don't try hard is because it's not worth it, because you don't get it into a certain elo. But he later says that it's frustrating to climb the ladder, because you're gonna come across people that are just not, they're just trolling and not try harding. The bad part about that, why that is flaw, is because if you climb the ladder as an amateur and you get to rank one, you're gonna get noticed and you're gonna get into teams. The problem is in NA, because of a cultural thing that I'll go in a minute. Um, uh, as much as in you don't wanna, people just don't wanna try hard, don't have the time, don't. It's not the culture to reach rank one, in the sense that it's just not worth it, because you can just go to school and do something else. Like, whereas Koreans, they do, like, some of them do like give their life for the game, or for any esports. So it's not true that it's frustrating, that it's not worth it to try hard in NA. It's worth it to try hard in NA. Some pros in the NA region have gone pro because of it. And if you notice, famously Double Lift back in beta in season one, he had several accounts in Challenger. Um, while Turtle, same thing. Even though that was way back, it hasn't happened lately. So those are good examples that you're gonna get noticed if you do good on solo queue. Um, but however, it is true on Paul Belter that NA solo queue no one tryhards, and it's very frustrating. I'm not arguing that it's not frustrating. I'm arguing that it is worth it, in the sense that if you want to go pro, that's what you have to do. I mean, there's nothing else you can do. You're not gonna go into like some 3v3 twisted tree line wing challenger twisted tree line and be noticed. You just got to climb the ladder for solo queue. Um, the second point is that, in as much as it is a cultural aspect to not try hard, I think one of the reasons is, as you can tell, I'm a foreigner. I'm from Venezuela. Um, People in America don't try hard, and it's a very important the way you look and the way you act in America, what clothes you wear, and so try harding is not looked well upon here in the U.S. I'll give you an example. My dad's boss was selling his company for $2.5 million, and the reason why the guy didn't want to buy it was because he was driving a $5,000 car. So his argument was that someone who owned a nearly $3 million company couldn't drive a $5,000. That told him that there was something wrong about the company, and he was just a humble guy who didn't want to spend thousands of dollars in a car, and he gave to charity and stuff. So it is very bad looked upon in the U.S. to try hard, and I think I can say that, and I think we can agree on that. I mean, not many people want to try hard, just especially with friends. Um, NA teams just don't develop talent, like I was saying earlier. It like it's not worth it to pay 50K to a rookie. Then you could just buy an European who wants half of that. I mean, you can get a better European for the same money that you would pay an NA player. Basically the same thing that happens with like Mexicans coming over here, and they work for like half the money, and they take our jobs and stuff, while Europeans and the Koreans, they take our jobs because in economics terms we want to do something else. So it's they have the competitive advantage of lower salary jobs, and we have the competitive advantage of higher income higher income jobs. So in as much as we would like to become pro League of Legends players, is usually not worth it for us to become ones, because we can we have the competitive advantage of doing something else. That means that we would earn more money doing something else. And so yeah, I think it's a cultural thing